Hi everyone, welcome to Gray Lead Tales. This is Milo. He's our chef of the day, and he's going to help me make some really great summer treats for your dogs. They're very simple. This is what we made the other day. Get him to stay up here. Look at him. He's so spoiled. Anyways, it's very simple. You can use blueberries, which are very good for your dog. Blueberries have fiber, vitamin C. They're low in sugar. The only trouble that you might have with blueberries is if they're frozen, they could be a choking hazard because they're little, and if your dog eats a lot at a time, they could choke on them. Or if they just eat a lot of blueberries very quickly, they can choke on them. So that can always happen. You can use blackberries. Blackberries have some wonderful properties to them, antioxidants, vitamins A, B, C, E, and K. They support immunity, help them metabolize food, help with growth, increase energy. That has omega-3, which helps with shiny coat and healthy skin and strong teeth. But you really need to use moderation when using blackberries because they have a very minuscule amount of xylitol, which is poisonous to dogs. So if you want to do a few here and there, that's fine, but be careful with the blueberries. Don't use blueberries excessively because that's not good for blackberries. Sorry, I get my words all mixed up. Blackberries excessively. So we've got our blueberries. It doesn't take very much. A few blackberries. You can also do apples or any of the other fruits. But before you use the fruit, do check what is good for the dogs. I've seen all these recipes online, and they'll say, oh, do this, do peanut butter, do this. But not one of them have looked up and researched how peanut butter could be bad for your dog, or the fact that blackberries, you shouldn't use very many of them. Be careful with blueberries, all that stuff. So you really need to do your own investigating and not rely on somebody else's investigating abilities. So anyways, we've got a blender here. Blender. We're going to put in 1/4 of a cup of chicken stock. And again, if you're using chicken broth, if you're using chicken broth, the best bet is get it from your own boiled chicken. Make your own. Don't add anything into it. No salt, no pepper, none of that. They don't need the sodium. Don't put onions and garlic because, garlic. Had to think there for a minute. Because garlic is bad for dogs along with onions. If you buy it in the store, watch the sodium content. Definitely buy the low sodium because they can be bad for your dog to have too much. So anyways, I'm just putting in a few blueberries, not even putting in very many. Putting in a few blackberries. I can also put in some strawberries, some apples, some other items. Of course, before I would do that, I would look that up. I know apples are fine for dogs, but as in all fruit, you don't want to give them too much because it's high in sugar. Even if they're low in sugar, a lot of fruit still gives them too much sugar. But it makes a nice treat in the summer. So we're going to put the lid on this and we're going to turn it on and hope you don't have to blend it up excessively so that it's all pulverized. Just enough that it's maybe has a few chunks in there, and Milo is losing his gourd. So we're going to let him go because he says he's had enough of helping today. But you just take this off. I have this lovely little mold here. It's paw prints and dog bones, but you could put it into paper cups. You could put it into any kind of mold or any kind of container that you want. But these are nice because they're not very deep. They're flexible, so they're easy to get out of. Along with the broth or the chicken broth that is in there, it's just to give it a little more, liquefy it a little bit more, make it easier to pour. But you could actually just do the chicken broth and pour it into the molds. But this gives them a little extra treat. And I'm not going to make a lot because, like I said, I don't want to give them too many because that could be bad for them. And if you're watching, there's some chunks coming out. But these can be kept in the freezer for several months if you wrap them up very well. I would take them out of the mold and individually wrap them. But these, when they're frozen, would make a wonderful treat in the summer, especially for my dog Costa, who likes to well, who is an outside dog, and he gets really hot in the summer, and I actually have a swimming pool for him. ordered a larger one last year just for him. But anyways, they're in the mold, and I'm not going to turn it because it will all pour out. But I'm getting better at this, and I thought ahead and I went ahead and tried the recipe out to make sure it would work. So I've already got some, messy, but they should pop out. And look at that. Isn't that just the cutest little thing? I don't know if you can see the little toes on that, but it's nice and frozen. And I'm not going to do that inside because that would make a total mess. But I am sure that Costa and Milo and your fur baby would love to have these frozen treats in the summer. So simple. I used leftover blackberries we had and blueberries. The baby eats those a lot. So we had some that were getting ready to turn, so I used them. I could use a piece of an apple. You don't have to use a lot. I mean, the other day I had 1 cup of chicken broth left over from boiling some chicken, and I've already made 3 or 4 recipes with it. Just a little bit to make a little bit. You don't want a lot because you don't want to store it for a lot, and you don't want to make too many treats because too many treats are bad for your baby. But they are certainly going to love these. Who wouldn't? Blueberries, blackberries, little chicken in there, just right for a dog, and it's all healthy for them. And because they have been ground up, there's no worry about choking on those. The collagen will help with the joints. So y'all have a great day. As you can probably hear, I've still got Baby Shark going on in the background. Baby's eating some food and watching Baby Shark, and she'll be going back to her mom and dad this weekend. Gonna miss her a lot next week, but we'll be a lot quieter. I may, because I've listened to Baby Shark so much, I may have to turn on Baby Shark just so I can relax. It's not the worst. There are other children's shows that are worse. Dora Explorer used to drive me insane. Barney was okay. This really isn't so bad. And if you watch any of them, some of the songs actually use children's songs that we sung years ago. I'm a Little Teapot, they do I'm a Little T-Rex. And Bingo, they do Santa, so they're familiar tunes, just some new words with them. But anyways, thank you for coming to see us at Gray Lee. I'm going to stick, look at, that's the only bad thing with these is it's very flexible. I'm going to put them back in the freezer, and we're going to, a little while later, go out and show these to see how Costa and Milo like them. If Milo has recovered from the blender incident. Anyways, come back and see us another day. This is Gray Lee Tales, and I'm Tammy. Y'all have a great weekend. Okay, so the doggies are right here, and they're actually eating snacks that we made the other day. Milo and Costa. And here we've got the little frozen treat that we made. What do you think, Costa, huh? You like that? What about Milo? Well, I think they're worried because it's cold. I'm not used to ever having a frozen treat. He's like, not so sure about this. Here, try it. Well, I'm surprised. Oh, Milo's figured out. Well, what's it taste like? Costa? He's never had anything cold. I think he's trying to figure that out. Oh, he does? Like the taste? You want it? Here, come on. Oh, there we go. Now he's figuring out. Milo's still not quite got the hang of it. Oh, you can tell they've never had frozen treats before. Well, and they've never really had anything besides apple. Oh, Milo's got it. Milo's figured out you can chew it. Oh, here we go. We have a success. Costa's figuring out that... Oh, let's move the dog food out of the way. Hey, look it. Oh, does that taste good? Oh, he's going. Oh, I got that one figured out. Look at messy on my hand. Oh, and Milo has eaten all of his. So I think that is a successful one. And over here we have the baby watching, picking up rocks. There we go. Well, it's a successful summer treat. Y'all have a great day.